Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Global Fleet video podcast. Today, my guest is Jan Hendrik Rauhut of Bayer. Jan Hendrik, have you been able to enjoy summertime?
Absolutely. Was fantastic. Just returned from a 6-week break, so I'm really relaxed right now.
Oh, perfect. Jan Hendrik, you are the Global Head of Mobility at Bayer, the well-known life science company, but you're also the current Global Fleet Manager of the Year. So let's discuss, why did you and your company Bayer decide to have a global fleet approach?
So basically, the starting point of this global setup that we have in fleet can be seen in the overall transformation that we took in procurement, which was triggered in 2019-2020. We changed our entire understanding of procurement and what the core activities of procurement should be, or in other words, where do we draw the line between topics where we want to enable our people to take care of the demands they have, compared to the topics where we want to strengthen the mandate procurement has to drive global decision making and accountability. And out of this new understanding and setup, it became obvious that we had to change fleet and the setup that we have in fleet as well, if we want to be able to really live up to this focus on our core activities and build a foundation which allows us to trigger strategic initiatives.
What is the key advice to peers that want to start with global fleet management?
For me, the core question when you are managing an emotional topic like fleet is basically who's in the driver's seat, who has the mandate to make a decision. So my advice clearly is ensure that you have a proper backup or mandate from your senior management. Otherwise, you're trying to install and implement a global setup, which is then translated or interpreted on a regional or country level, adding its own flavor, or even in the worst case, going in a different direction. The only countermeasure this is then still left with you is to intensify your stakeholder management, be it with roadshows, workshops, or escalation rounds. And normally this kind of activity, you don't have resources in your team. So having a proper mandate in place helps you with the implementation of the implementation of a global setup in fleet.
Okay, you have that mandate. You have also that global fleet management strategy. And what are the main benefits of a global fleet management approach for you and your company?
For us, it made the category of fleet actually manageable. We focus now on a clear preset of preferred leasing providers and preferred OEMs, with whom we have a trust-based relationship and exchange. Our targets are their targets and vice versa. And this network, this ignited network that we are managing actively, is actually the foundation for strategic initiatives like our fleet electrification that we are running right now.
And if I'm correctly informed, you manage a fleet of roughly 27,000 vehicles in more than 80 markets across the globe. What has been the most challenging in the fleet transformation process at Bayer, and how did you overcome?
Basically, the decision what step to take first. Is it transformation, or do we jump on strategic initiatives which are already influencing the market as well? For example, back in 2020, we had to make a conscious decision. Do we do our transformation first, or do we look into fleet electrification and other topics coming alike? The point back then was we had more than 25 leasing providers, more than 25 OEMs. Basically, it was not manageable to kick off something like fleet electrification in parallel. So the conscious decision was, let's do our transformation. Let's do it fast. So we changed to the global setup we have right now within 18 months, including supplier management systems, processes, and so on and so forth. And then during last year, we then had the chance and we had the resources to focus then to the strategic initiative of fleet electrification and put all our effort into that.
Okay, so it's definitely a clear approach. It's also a step-by-step approach, well mandated and well taught. Of course, you are also celebrated for that strategy. Last year, you won the Global Fleet Manager of the Year award. How has your program at Bayer evolved since then? And what's next on your agenda, on your to-do list?
So for us, the recognition that we received last year was awarded to us while we were in the midst of our finalization process of the strategy. So it was a very positive boost and ensuring us that we are on the right track. Since then, March this year, we have then published our new fleet electrification framework, underlining Bayer's commitment to really go for a full electric fleet on a global scale. In terms of what is next, I could now refer to topics like connectivity, telematics, but for me, I would like to look closer to home. When I speak of fleet, I talk of 27,000 cars, as you said, but this is nearly a quarter of the employees of Bayer. So my question that I'm asking, and which is next on my agenda, how do I influence the appetite and opportunities for the rest of my colleagues at Bayer to go to a green mobility approach? This is what we have on our agenda to find answers to that question.
Okay, and that green mobility approach goes perhaps even beyond the vehicle.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it needs to include all opportunities which are given. We already have bike leasing approaches and so on and so forth, but to really look that in a comprehensive way, this is what is next for us in order to offer green mobility to the entirety of the Bayer population.
Okay, all success to you and to your team, and thank you very much for your time, Jan Hendrik. I can imagine that you are as curious as I am to see who will become your successor as Global Fleet Manager of the Year. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the competition is still open. For all details about the Fleet Europe Awards 2022, go check out our website, fleeteurope.com, and let's meet at the Fleet Europe Awards on the 17th of November in Dublin, Ireland. Bye-bye.